Good evening, everybody out there, and welcome to another matchup of the Zelda 1 Randomizer Pentaforce Tournament. We are in Swiss Week 5, and I'm joined here by my co-commentator tonight, Adaginos. Ajin, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Pentaforce!
I like it. Why the heck didn't you do the lead? And you've got the energy tonight. What's up, dude?
Pretty excited. This is a ridiculously good matchup. These guys are actually 3-1, believe it or not. You would imagine that these guys would be 4-0, but somebody else and some dude named RBG had to spoil that.
Yeah. I got a little lucky. Let's not go there. But yeah, we got some 3-1 matchup here. RandomEffekt and none other than fcoughlin, the creator of the randomizer tournament. So I like this matchup, man. It's the creator versus one of the best to ever play the creation. So it's kind of a cool back and forth dynamic we got here. This is going to be awesome, guys. It's gonna be very quick. These guys both fly through dungeons. They're at the top of this randomizer, and it's going to be a really cool matchup to watch.
Yeah, I gotta really key in on Drop Dead Fred as the file names for RE there. Pretty well played, and unlike Donkey Kong for Fred. So let's see where this goes here.
Yeah, so this is your first time checking into this one. This is a tournament where we're not getting all 8 Triforces, just getting 5 of them. All they got to do is get the silvers, the bow, 5 Triforces, go kill Ganon, and get the girl. Real easy, right?
One would think, but we've seen some pretty fantastic trolls throughout the course of this tournament. However, we've also seen some incredibly easy seeds, so we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, it's cool eastern spot here, right in the forest. So very close to a lot of open caves, all 3 Armos on the right side. So it's a good location. I like starting over here.
And a good divergence already is level 1 at the Armos. Fred going to definitely take the time to check this one out.
Yeah, definitely. So a lot of times you can grab an item on the floor, get an open staircase, but he has seen some whiz robes right in his face.
And we have silvers on the coast. Easy game, easy life.
Yeah, you know where they are. It's easy to pick up. So now instead of getting the silvers and the bow, we have to add the ladder to the mix, but you kind of want to get that anyway.
Yeah, and Random also finding level 1 as Fred does a nice clip here to find the power bracelet. Not too bad to find early on. Opens up an extra 4 locations.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're doing the overworld routing and you're looking for the sword and that type of thing, having that power bracelet means you don't have to go back to those spots, and backtracking the overworld sucks.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll see RE find the same thing here. They're gonna bail on out afterwards. I can't blame them. No weaponry and whiz robes is one of those things you don't really want to deal with. But again, like you're saying, not having to backtrack is a huge deal because it's a massive time loss. You know, if you find that power bracelet later on and it just so happens to contain an important level, you're going all over the overworld, yada yada. It can be pretty crazy.
Yes, just good for early routing. So these guys, again, they're looking for their swords, got to be in an open cave, all that jazz. Nothing's changed except for, in this tournament, just getting 5 Triforces. That's it. Other than that, everything else is the same.
So just doing a little bit more exploration. We'll see how much they prioritize the Armos statues. There are some players that will really push very hard to get to all of those super early. Others will explore caves as they get to them. I tend to vary depending on, and we have a book, which is actually a super nice early item.
Yeah, book's great because a lot of times you go through the overworld and you miss like the white sword hint because, you know, hints are gibberish until you have that book to decipher them, which is something new that Fred put in, which I'm going to ask him about afterwards. And RandomEffekt already putting that power bracelet to use, and we're seeing level 6 here under one of the push blocks.
Which also has whiz robes. Fantastic. Nice reverse clip. And it goes to the staircase.
Yeah, that's a bummer. You got no sword, no weaponry, anything like that. And you're hoping that's the item. And unfortunately for him, he's seeing it's not.
A nice to the north, to the far north, though. So that's always a good thing to have for level 6. Need some keys to progress anymore, but at least it lets you get to some variants in the dungeon whenever you have the opportunity to explore that.
Don't adjust your sets. Fred's doing a little HUD clip through the top of the screen there, and he's basically just avoiding these enemies here in between these 2 screens. So that's the reason to do it. It's swaggy, it's cool, but more importantly, like you see Random having to deal with these arrows, Fred didn't have to do that.
My goodness, all the dungeons. I love the start room that's orange. That's always nice.
It's a little flair for him.
Starting on the far east side, so we're going to have to see if we can head west from this room. which we have a shutter door, which means we cannot. So unfortunately, nothing to explore here in level 3 currently.
You see kind of the efficiency of both these guys. I mean, the routing when you start in the east is pretty self-explanatory. You're going to go northeast. You're going to check those spots. You're going to check Armos. So it doesn't really surprise me to see both these guys in the same levels right now.
And a nice little move from Fred there to open the bomb door. Unfortunately, the hint, very unuseful. And
it's just confirming for them that they did see level 1 back there. Don't forget, level 1 was back in the forest, guys.
Yeah, and then the shoot room, making it impossible to navigate, unfortunately.
Yeah, so finding early levels is great. Finding blocks in levels is terrible. These guys still don't have anything to hit these enemies up with.
So yeah, interesting that Fred has skipped the power bracelet spots. Hopefully he did not forget that he has it. You find bombs for 20, which is vanilla price, but always better than 40 for sure.
Dude, I'll take 20 all day.
But yeah, I mean, if level 6 has something important, and Fred not checking those spots, that could come back to bite him a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing for him is that he's going to reroute to the northeast anyway, and hopefully remembers when he gets some bombs, because there's a few bomb spots up there that he missed. But yeah, that's kind of one of those things that may be out of his mind. You're not used to early game having that spot checked, right? So it just kind of slips your mind sometimes.
Yeah, and I think right now it's a mad race for, where's my sword? Can I get a candle? RandomEffekt does manage to check Vanilla 5. It's nothing of consequence, but we'll see if the waterfall and the White Sword Cave have anything.
Well, Fred finds the hint shop here, the cave that's just south of the desert. So that's going to be important to mentally note. It's going to take about 110 rupees to get all of them. So once he gets that number, it's close enough to start where he can do some save and retry and get through there. Random's got to be careful here and get in this cave.
Have you seen my precious?
Better you than me, man.
Does get some money, so that's going to be helpful. He'll be able to pick up 1 or 2 of those hints when he runs into them, but I think at this point you really want to have money for a candle if you see it.
Yeah, you're 4, 5, 6 minutes into the match. I'm not sure because I don't see a timer, but you kind of want something, right? You want a candle, you want something. There's that second hint shop now, level 1. So they're both close enough in Hyrule that you can get all 6 hints and not waste a lot of time by doing the save and retry strat. So I'm sure they'll employ those once they get them.
Yeah, I mean, you really want to get a big secret, get a couple, 150 or so rupees under your belt so you can hit all 3 in the cave at one time. But for sure, early on having the book, you want to utilize those hint caves if you find them.
Yeah, if you can knock out like a level 6 or level 7 or, even an item in level 4 or 5 or something like that, those mid levels, if you know those, it's just going to make your routing through which dungeons you dig so much easier during the game.
Shadow Magi, the book was underneath the Armos in the Lost Hills, so it was a free item. They had it really early on. But yeah, I mean, it's, it's like even if you knock out the item in level 1, right? Or one of the items in level 8 and you find the other, there's a lot of situations where getting that information can really be helpful. And, one of the big sticks of this flag set is that you can't get the hints without the book. And basically right now they're just playing a 5 Triforce match that eliminates one of those big changes that we have in the flag set.
Yeah, absolutely. And I tell you what, Fred just found his candle, and if I'm either of them, I'm freaking out if I don't have a candle bar right now. Candle, sword, something, I'm freaking out. Fred finds the second take Annie now, so he's falling into both of those. But yeah, this is going to be good for these guys. They can actually make some progress now.
Can we get the trifecta? That is the question.
They come in 3s, right? Everything comes in 3s.
Oh, it works.
I told you.
Technically, that's 3 candles. It works.
I'll take 2 candles and a sword any day.
All right, so I would imagine RandomEffekt will find this soon enough, and so we're gonna be set up to just kind of make a run, and I think we'll probably see some deviation. Maybe them head back into level 1. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Well, they don't have bombs yet, so it's kind of hard to go into a level without bombs and no keys because of all the blocks they saw. So I think they might wait until they get a bomb pack or 2 before they kind of cut off their routing here. Maybe Fred's trying to get that and have that idea, like you said. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see which one dives a dungeon first.
You definitely want to check the dead woods while you're here. It'd be super unfortunate to hit that southwest corner without a bomb, but your routing wise, getting back over here is difficult, so it's worth doing while you're here. as we find the Indy roads.
Yeah, if they can get one near start, that's going to help, just because if you're on the east side of Hyrule, you do not want to die. You want to have some easy transportation because it's such a long way from home if you have nothing close by. It looks like they don't.
Well, there's one down in the forest, which isn't too awfully far from the start screen.
Random does get a bomb pack, which is nice for him, so he's going to be able to check that southwest corner spot, and I bet that's his idea. He can clear everything in the southwest now except for the recorder spot, so his strat's going to be, let's see what info I have here, and then assess with the situation and where I want to go.
Well, good news for Random, we're not yet in the bracket stage, so we don't actually have a recorder spot yet.
So I'm at Recorder Lake.
Okay, I got you.
You know what I'm talking about.
Just testing your game knowledge as we see the sword that we'll never get.
Yeah, these guys are definitely not going to be getting that sword.
Yeah, so unfortunate for Fred, does not have a bomb drop. So if there is anything important in that cave, that could cause an issue for him later on.
Yeah, absolutely, because it's going to be a long time until he comes back this way, probably until he gets the recorder, unless he's like really scrambling for levels or items, gets no help, that type of thing. That's just so far out of the way, he's not going to go back to it. So well, we do see a level 7 sighting here.
I approve.
And he's going to dig it.
Yeah, not very far, but...
Unless the game lets him.
Wow. 3 HP ropes, always fun to deal with.
Yeah, super ropes are terrible in groups.
He's going to go back. This has a possibility of a key drop, so I can't say that I blame him, because keys are, you know, really important.
Yeah, he wants a key. He saw keys drop or key blocks early in a couple of the other levels. Plus, he wants to go right here. He knows what level it is. Doesn't need the map. That's an unfortunate drop there.
Yeah, just a medicine cave in the southwest, so nothing that Fred actually misses.
Here's a good fiber right there for him. Fred's wants some money. He's got 2 hint shops in the back of his mind. He wants some money. There's no chance he's buying anything else but hints right now.
83 bomb upgrade with no bombs is pretty tempting.
Now, come on. If this is you, if you're playing this game right now and you saw an 83 bomb upgrade, but you know you've got 6 hints out there waiting for you, you spending that money?
With 3 large secrets on the map? No questions.
Really?
Absolutely, because I'm digging 7. I need bombs.
It's because you're digging 7, not me.
It's just one of those. I mean, like it's hard to pass up, right? It's 83. It's pretty cheap. Yes, hints are important, but you've still got 3 large secrets out there. I think you'd make the purchase. At least I would.
Yeah, I hear you.
But there's nowhere else to go.
Those little decisions, right? That's why I love, like, not only these flags, but just the randomizer in general, and just kind of the dynamic is that you see that. That's a great price on bombs any other day. But then with the new flag edition of having the book uncover these hints, it adds one more wrinkle in your decision making.
Well, the other reason here is that he's now clipped over, right? So he's heading towards Death Mountain. Having those bombs, if you get a big bomb upgrade, you could just full clear Death Mountain right now and be done with it.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. And again, that's just how different people play.
We'll see if Random finds it. He's probably going to bail. Nope, he's going to go back in. Good man.
He's going to find them because they're right here. Because Fred didn't get further than 3 or 4 rooms south.
Will he do it? Oh, man, the pause. He's not going to do it.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody plays different. He's in the back of his mind. He's thinking, I need to buy other things right now. And that's why he's not doing it. He's got 1 bomb. He's going to be able to force bombs with that one. But still, in the back of his mind, I think I would play like Random is here. I don't think I'd buy him.
Well, I mean, so also his decision-making is a little bit different. He's got 1 bomb, which means he can full clear the grave portion, whereas Fred doesn't. He does actually get a bomb drop here. But again, I don't want to have to go back to the grave for that 1 spot, especially with an early power bracelet. So I would make that purchase just so I don't have to deal with coming back to find this 1 spot.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm 100% on board with what you're saying.
It's just like you're talking about. There's so many micro decisions, and it's the bow.
Lord Seed, come on.
Like, boom, baby.
All right, guys. So all you need to know about this seed right now is we have silvers on the coast. We have a bow sitting here under Vanilla 6. The
into it, the PB spot.
It's just ridiculous right now.
Ha!
They just need a ladder. They just need a ladder. That's it.
Amazing.
For both of them, level 2 is a great find. You don't get a lot of blocks in here. They're sitting on 0 keys. They want to pick up a couple keys in this dungeon. Hopefully grab their ladder and just jet this seed, right?
Indeed, like, wow. So yeah, I mean, like, again, and this is a case of confirmation bias, but how much would have it affected your game if you didn't have a bomb drop for that cave?
Oh yeah, 100%. Especially if this is like the ladder. Let's say this is even something like the red ring, where it's not necessary, but this looks to be a quick enough seed to where they're only going to have 6, 7, 8 hearts going into 9, something like that. Oh, it's the one. It's ladder block, but at least they know, right?
That's so brutal, though. Oh wow.
Yeah, they don't need it. You don't need the wand. You got the book. It's just going to kill you anyway.
That's true. Oh no, Fred's stuck on. There you go. Get bopped. Good man. So yeah, if you are on a ferry, you're gonna get a ferry every single time from a Dodongo. So you can just take a bop from one of them, and you can get your bombs back.
Yeah, those little things to where it's not incrementing that at all, and you're stuck on that. Whatever that drop is, you're stuck on it. If you're on the wrong one, that's not good.
So Fred's fishing for the hint. Or maybe a heart, because he wants to... I would say probably a heart container.
I would say
so
the heart,
try to get the bow.
to get that bow while you're right here.
But yeah, I mean, again, just if you didn't have the bomb, you wouldn't know. And if I hadn't checked that, I'd be diving every dungeon. You know, it would take forever for me to get back to this side of the map to check that cave.
No, you're 100% right.
And RE takes the Triforce, and so, Fred getting some extra keys, he's going to end up with a heart container. He's, well... Wow.
Maybe not. If that heart's behind that bait block,
oh!
He's wasting a little time. Oh my god, is that Zelda's room over there?
It has to be.
It's got to be Zelda's. There's no way to block from the right there. That left wall from the room we don't know can't be blocked in level 2 unless it's Zelda's room.
Wow, so there is a bait block. Interesting.
Yeah, he knows it too. He doesn't even have to go in there because it's just confirmation for him. I mean, Fred knows the game better than any of us because he built this thing. But yeah, level 2 is unique, just like level 1 and 3, in that if there's a room that's next door to you and there's a wall that shares it, you can bomb in there unless it's a staircase that's blocking it from like the right side or whatever, the left side, or it's Zelda's room to where you can't get into it, or from the top an old man that's below you. If it's a room that's just you can't get into like that, that's the only reason you won't be able to bomb in there. So that's how we knew it was Zelda's room there.
Yeah, just those little bits of game knowledge that make a difference in the end. But yeah, it's unfortunate that, well, he's actually back in. Did he buy meat? Oh, he can go down. Duh.
Yeah, he really wants this heart, and I don't blame him. I mean, this is going to save him time later. If his gamble here is correct, it's going to save him some time later.
Yeah, for sure. And at the worst, you're likely to get another key. So, I mean, it's really not a lose in any way, shape, or form. And we are going to see Ari pick up the hints. It's just a map.
So 8 has a heart container is the first thing we've seen.
That probably is level 6.
Yeah, level 6 is probably the magic boomerang is under the power bracelet spot.
Or 5. So we have 3 PB blocks. We get a PB right away free in level 1, and we have 3 power bracelet blocked dungeons. Holy cow.
I love this game, man.
That's absolutely amazing.
All right, so what you need to know if you joined us a little bit late, these guys are flying. They got a power bracelet like right away. They know the silvers are on the coast. The bow is more than 4 hearts. It's the white sword item that it just came from, like in the northwest of Hyrule. It's going to take either 5 or 6. So they got to route that back in. They have to find the ladder for the silvers, and that's about it. They've got everything else. They've got a bunch of dungeons. They just have to find this ladder now.
Yeah, and Ari with another heart as Fred finds level 4. So we know that this could contain the ladder. So we'll see what happens. Like this is blocked. Is this blocked?
Is that a river room?
Oh my goodness!
A moat room. Yeah, I knew it as soon as he did that.
He'd ladder for everything and watch it be a 9. That would be so fantastic.
Hey Fred, here's a compass 2 rooms in. Never mind. Not gonna give it to you.
Oh, and he gets clocked in that wall master room. That's terrible. You could clip in there maybe though.
Oh, there's one more wall master.
So RE checking around the start here. Hasn't found anything of consequence yet, except for heart containers. That bow's guaranteed now, so...
Yeah, I like that. There's no guarantee you're going to grab another heart container in the seat as fast as you're flying, so you might as well get that 6th one. He wants a potion. He's always going to route a potion into one of those take-annies, but he's not going to do it until he guarantees his bow. So now he knows if he finds that 4th one, he can go ahead and grab it.
Yeah, I mean, you want to guarantee the bow. You definitely don't want to go back across the world for a 5-part check and it be 6. So I definitely approve of that play here. And Fred able to make some decent progress in level 4, which is actually sometimes difficult to do, just due to how the thing can block you out. So it's pretty good here.
Yeah, 4 is so linear down at the bottom because you get that snake shape where it's just like one room at a time that you can get blocked. Like you're saying, Dig Dogger blocks, Goma, stuff like that. Be able to get through it on what they have right now is good news for him.
And we get trolled by yet another bomb upgrade and a random effect in level 5. Just looking for a quick Triforce here, as we don't need the magical boomerang.
Yeah, no, it was great. He got that hint right before he came in here because he is just going to be on a mission for drop rooms trying to find this Triforce.
I'm really curious about the push block by start now. Does it have level 8 under it? Like, this is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, I'm 99%.
So nothing at all to the south here for Fred. So everything to the north, and still the possibility of a tea room. Plenty of blocks available. So we'll see what happens. Getting a crap ton of keys. Random effect is too. Level 5 is usually pretty generous on keys, and that is a decision you don't want to make.
Worst right there. You don't want to give up keys because he's only got 3 to his name anyway. There's a lot of keys to drop, and you're not giving that heart up that gives you the bow. No chance right now he's going through the room unless it makes him.
Absolutely. I mean, even if it makes you, I think you just bail and you're done.
Yeah, there's other Triforces to be had. I mean, he can go get his bow and then go back and get it, later, that type of thing. But good God, that's a terrible room to find.
Yeah, 8 ropes in a fireball room with 3 HP is always nice. And we do get another ladder block. Fred's still digging through this 4. Hasn't found anything useful except for the blocked compass.
That heart's pretty useful for him right now. I mean, that's going to get him closer in his mind to his bow because he hasn't found those other take-annies that Random did. He's now also still looking for that. Did he find the Triforce room yet? I don't think he did.
I don't believe so. And he's also looking for the item. Headland threatens along the coast. Well, thank you for old information. Unfortunately, there's all these key doors, but he keeps refreshing all of his keys every time he goes through it. Every room has got a key drop in it for him. So,
He's just got that middle belly of 4 to do as far as looking for the item, I believe. He's been in the eye here. There's the Triforce there, but he just has to be that middle, and I don't know if he's blocked towards it or if he just didn't want to spend a key.
It's just brutal. Like, if one room up's the Triforce and you full clear everything else looking for the item. At this point, though, it seems like it should be something useful. I guess the boomerang's still at large, but plenty of useful items still on the table for Fred.
What do you think, silvers? What's your guess?
Well, it can't be silvers. They're on the coast.
I mean, not silvers. Good God. Ladder?
I mean, this is why you couldn't find them in 9 yesterday.
It's true, because I thought they were in other levels, 15 different levels.
Red candle. So not...
he'll take it.
Yeah, it's not great, but it's one of those things with 5 hearts and a wood sword. It's still a great item, especially when dealing with gorillas and stuff. Red candle is a godsend.
Yeah, it's a great bubble room fighter too, right? Because you had to give that wand up. The wand was ladder blocked, so it's great for bubble rooms.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's very few instances that I'm going to pass up a red candle if it's... I mean, I don't know exactly where our time's at, but if it's before 20 minutes, I'm picking it up unless I have the wand.
All right, so Fred is going to do some Death Mountain digging for us. We haven't seen a lot of this yet, so this is going to be good to see what's up here. I
mean, at this point, we're just missing level 8. He's going to go back and check the bow at 5 hearts. I can't say that I blame him.
That's right here.
And it's a proper choice, too, just because... wait, is he going to go back into 2? He's going to go...
He can't go back into 2, right?
Oh, he just forgot where the bow is, I think. Oh, don't die, Fred!
Oh, my gosh. That stinks. That guy hit him 3 times. That was just the unluckiest Lionel he's probably ever come across in his Zelda career. That guy hit him 3 times. Once during the clip, and then twice by sword there to kill him. That was bad.
Well, the good news for Fred is that he's not likely to get back over to the bow anytime soon, as he finds a large secret. So now he's going to be able to purchase hints. This means that he might actually get over to those heart containers, which are close to the start location as he burns the bushes, meaning he'll make sure that he has his, his availability.
Random finds this compass. I'm not sure if he's blocked to the compass or if he has to go through that money room. I'm not sure, or the key room.
He's just going to bail. I think you got to go south and get it, and you have to use a staircase, maybe?
You know what? The bail's fine because he up 8 and he was there anyway. If he needs a 5th Triforce later, like if he comes across, 4 Triforces and he's 1 before 9, he can always go back to that after he's got his bow silvers and stuff like that. So just the knowledge that the blue boomerang's there and exactly where the Triforce is good enough right now to go ahead and leave.
And Fred gonna go right back into level 1. I kind of like this call, just because you've got plenty of keys now. You've got resources. Orange Wizrobe's only 2 HP, which is really nice.
Yeah, it's so nice to be in a Wizrobe dungeon when you're kind of under-leveled like they are right now, and oranges are 2, great. Because oranges really aren't dangerous. They really aren't, because they telegraph what they're doing, everything like that, but they're time wasters sometimes. Unless you get them in a doorway or something like that, you do doorway strats, they just waste your time, and it's kind of annoying going through a Wizrobe dungeon and you see a bunch of them.
Yeah, the only time I really feel like orange Wizrobes are super dangerous is whenever they are on a delayed spawn screen, like the one that's directly to the east of the Wood Sword Vanilla location, where they all spawn at different intervals, and it gets really difficult to navigate between those trees.
Yeah, absolutely, yep.
Yeah, and these keys paying, that was a big reason. You couldn't go into one without keys, and so now he's able to check this out, getting back a few keys, and if this happens to be the ladder, then this is going to be big bucks, no whammies here for Fred.
Yeah, because if this is ladder, he's close enough. He can go grab those silvers, hop over, try to grab his bow, and then you would be fully ready. Random finding the white sword for us in 3. This is a good find and upgrade for his offense.
Yeah, definitely not going to say no to that. At this point, you obviously want the ladder, because at that point, you're just in go mode. But a white sword with only 6 hearts, green tunic is definitely something that you're not going to complain about. I mean, if we end up having Wizrobes in 9, all the more reason.
Yeah, absolutely. So the question is, where is this ladder, right? So we've got enough of the item knowledge to kind of pare it down to where this can be. We're seeing the recorder in 1, so it's not there. So the only places it can be, guys, is level 6, 7, the second item in 8, or level 9, because important items can be in 9. So 6, 7, 8, or 9 are the only places the ladder can be for us.
We definitely want it to be a 9 for posterity, but the recorder actually a huge pickup for Fred, because that allows him to get back to level 2 to get right to that bow without walking all the way back up there.
Yeah, that was probably the best item for him that's not the red ring or ladder.
Yeah, I mean, any key even at this point isn't of any consequence. He's got 6 keys, so he's pretty much set. So yeah, great find there for Fred.
Random just trying to dig out this Triforce here. He's only got 1 Triforce. He's made done a lot of damage in a lot of different levels, but he only has 1 Triforce to show for it. As soon as he finds this ladder, I mean, he's done with that part of the dig, you're going to see him absolutely fly through these levels. But right now, he just doesn't have much. His wheels are turning, but not making a lot of progress.
Yeah, and I have a feeling that Fred's going to go right up to level 3. It's the logical play to make here. Obviously, he's going to check these spots. He might find level 6 as well, which we know could possibly contain the ladder. The hint that we got for the magical boomerang was in level 5, so you never know. But he should likely get his white sword here pretty soon.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the pathing that you're saying is exactly where Fred's going to go.
One thing that's interesting to note is that he has 189 rupees. He has yet to go try to purchase any of the hints, which is kind of odd. But he is making his way. Well, I'd say that, and he's going to the hint cave. Oh no, he's going to check this spot. which is more money. Woo!
Yeah, now that should tip him over the edge that, hey, let's just go ahead and do this. Let's buy them all. You don't really need to get anything else. I mean, you know where your bow is, you know where the silvers are. The only way that you would need to buy anything would be like, you know, meat or something, but he's already seen the bait block in 2, so that's not in. Arrows if you have a Goma block for silvers or for the ladder, but we haven't seen a lot of Gomas or anything in any of the levels, so right now hints has got to be his top priority.
As we get the best hint ever.
And he agrees.
Fred with the literal burn.
Yeah, this 3 has just been a time waster or time sink, not a waster, because they're going to get the Triforce out of this, but it's just been a time sink for both these guys, or for at least Random right now.
Well, and so one of the major advantages that Fred has right now is that it could be this shoot room that contains the Triforce, and he has the red candle, which is going to let him clear that out, whereas Ari has to keep going back and forth, and he is trying to clear it out now. But yeah, it's like with the blue candle, you never want to do that. Just ends up being a fiber, but still, it's just one of those deals where it's a big time waster without some kind of ranged weaponry.
Yeah, you can see the strength of the red candle right now. He's able to clear rooms like this just a little bit quicker and more efficiently than what Random's doing. So that red candle where, you know, some people shun it or say, oh man, it's just the red candle. Like you said, it does so much for your offense, just upgrades you. It
could be the shoot room, the other shoot room. We have double shoots. And if it is that one, that's nasty because that's got Pole's voice. Ari gonna check the Patra up here instead and see if he can find it there.
Did a nice job of locking that Patra too. You saw him come around and fight him from the left side. What he was able to do there was lock that Patra in little mode, which means he was not going to expand. It was able to finish him off in kind of a harmless fashion, which was nice.
Yeah, Fred yet to find his white sword, which is kind of interesting. Fortunately for Fred, he's going to be able to get through this a little bit easier because there's no blue dark nut in this center section. Yeah, where is the Triforce at? Like, this is crazy.
I mean, could it be in this diamond stair? Nope, he's already cleared this out. Random's in the same room right now, so he's going south on it. I don't know if he's cleared these dark nuts out yet or not.
Yeah, I mean, and in this particular set of flags, it can't be there unless it's on the floor. That change for the drops is only applicable to shapes. So there cannot be a drop in there unless it's sitting on the floor.
It's interesting. Random, I think, is going to bounce. I think he's seen enough of it to go, okay, I've got another place to where if I need a ladder or something, that Chevy room told him, you know, I'm not going to clear every other room out of this and let it be the Chevy room and waste more time. I'll come back here once I have the ladder and make that my 5th Triforce or 4th Triforce. So he's got another level that he's going to be able to go into later and just finish off. So his Triforce count says 1 right now, but it's really almost kind of 3 because he's got 2 very quick dungeons he can knock off.
And Fred going to go back in here again. I mean, I can't say that I blame him. 3 is generally a pretty easy dungeon, but we'll see how much more time he sinks into this versus what RandomEffekt has done. And, you know, Ari going checking some other places here, not going back to level 1. He's going to check these hint caves. So we'll see what we got. Oh, baby!
Yeah, that was that Dig Dogger block that blocked the red candle. We already got the red candle there.
There it is, baby! Green. He knows the location of level 6, and Fred has passed up that spot time and time again.
Yeah, Nostradamus, Mr. Adaginos here, just said, you know, level 6, the very beginning, when Fred missed that block, that push block, that could contain something. Random making an absolute beeline to it right now, and this is what Random needs to catch him up right here, because he's got so many, not free Triforces, but quick Triforces after this ladder grab. It's going to be full go mode for Random here.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine that Fred passes this thing up again, right? Like, he's here, he hasn't forgotten that he has the power bracelet. He checked the spot where 2 was. So if he checks that, the question will be, how much time does he spend in it? I think at this point you really have to dig it, but checking those hints as soon as possible for him is going to be key. Look at that.
Nice clean Triforce right there. This is not going to be his drop room or his push block room because you've got a shutter here, but Random now it's really helpful because he knows where the Triforce is. So this 6 dig is going to be that much quicker because he's just looking for item rooms now. So this 6 is going to be a very fast 6 for Random unless he gets blocked here.
Yeah, and I was getting ready to say, I really hope that Fred makes the decision to bail, and he does, which is fantastic. And he is going to clip over here, so he will locate level 6. And if he takes the time to dig this, then little be known to him. He's making the right play, and he's going to be in super go mode.
Yeah, and I think because of the lack of anything else going on right now, anywhere else for Fred, he's not coming out of here until he gets whatever the item is to him because he doesn't know, and the Triforce.
Yeah, I mean, he's got plenty of keys, so that's not of consequence. And he knows where 2 other dungeons are. And so, again, with playing with these flags, he now has level 7, and he's now found level 6 that he hasn't located items in. And he has 3 Triforces, so he has enough Triforces available to get to level 9, which is kind of the goal. And there it is. He's goodness gracious.
Wow, that was a very, very quick 6 dig for Fred. You saw Random go up the left spine of 6, and Fred didn't have to do that. So he's going to have a quicker 6 than Random. Even though they're both grabbing the ladder, this was a very, very good 6 for Fred.
However, he does not know the location of the Triforce, which RandomEffekt does. So if Fred decides to dig the rest of this, he could be in here a little bit longer. But this up and A is actually going to help him a lot.
Yeah, the best thing for Fred right there is getting trapped in that Goma room because he's going to now explore from this way and not go back through that stairway, and it's going to help him out. So that Goma being there probably saved Fred 2 or 3, 4 minutes right there.
Yeah, this gives him his 4th Triforce. So I imagine that he immediately goes back to level 3.
Oh, in a heartbeat, yeah, because I don't know if he saw that Chevy room or not, but that's just going to give him access to the entire level. He's going to be rolling right now.
Yeah, and RandomEffekt going to do the exact same thing. You don't pass up this free Triforce. He knows the location of enough dungeons. He knows he has everything he needs. So Fred going to get his 5th Triforce, grab silvers, 2-2, grab his bow, and then take I don't know, you could take an any road, or you could 2-4, take the any road and go down to 9.
Yeah, but what if the silvers are 6?
How are the silvers in 6? They're on the coast.
No. I mean, what if the bow is 6 hearts, not the silvers?
Oh, Fred does not have 6 hearts. You are correct. I guess I didn't realize that.
Not the silvers.
Dude, man.
That's Redbird memory here.
No wonder why you can never find the silvers.
I know, right? I'm always looking for silvers and whatever.
Oh, man. It could be this room right here. And this bubble being here is just flipping terrible. But yeah, I mean, you got to clear this room because this could be the Triforce.
It's not even hard; it's frustrating, and the frustration makes it hard, right?
Yeah, it's like, and if I'm me, I'm like, this has to be the Triforce room because it's the most ridiculous room in the entire dungeon.
It might be the most ridiculous room in the seed.
All right, so Fred's gonna go north because he hasn't checked that Patra room yet. He did take a death to the Patra. Meanwhile, Ari gets to the other side here and does find a couple additional rooms. Okay, so Fred is going to go left, I'm sorry. So this is actually going to be pretty helpful for him as he will find the Triforce pretty quickly this way. And he gets his 6th heart.
Right there. That's exactly what he needed.
Wow.
Yeah, so Fred is an absolute, I don't want to say control of this match, but yeah, he's going to have five Triforces after this dungeon. He's going to go get his bow, go get his silvers. He's ready for 9. He's found 9, correct? Have we found 9?
Yes, it is the, yes. Candle Shop by Vanilla Start.
Yeah, so Random's probably going to be a few minutes behind Fred into 9. So it's really going to be just how efficiently they route 9. And routing 9 is just a little bit easier in this scenario because they're going to have the silvers going in.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, JSR. If you haven't watched RandomEffekt, I know a lot of people have. I mean, he's one of the best runners in this game. If you haven't, shame on you. But there's probably maybe a handful of people that can equal Random's speed once he knows what the seed's telling him. Once he flips a switch, he's very, very hard to catch, and he absolutely flies. This, again, is a sub-30 vanilla runner that has the combat down and everything. Once he can read the seed, there's almost nobody better.
And Fred making use of this recorder. So again, this is going to come down to how Trolley is level 9. And again, you know, White Sword definitely helps, but low heart count, green tunic, no potions. We'll see how fun Ganon will be in this seed.
So Fred wants this wand. There are Patras in 9, and the wand is immensely helpful for them. Don't forget he's going to have the book on it there too, so it's going to be a little bit trolly sometimes as he's attacking those Patras. but the wand plus the white sword is going to be a whole lot quicker in clearing through 9. So I kind of like this pickup.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a big time loss, and I think combat-wise, as long as it's not Wizrobes, he's going to gain time back.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he should just be able to. He's going to go ahead and to whistle. He's going to go to what level? Level 6. What is he doing? He's going to buy a blue ring.
I like it.
Why not? You got the money.
You've only got 6 hearts going into 9. There's no reason not to do this. This is great.
Yeah, so I mean, that's a huge combat advantage for Fred now. Blue ring can make such a big difference. He has the equivalency of 12 hearts. It's unfortunate that you can't grab the magical sword with that, but yeah.
And what else are you using those rupees for? They're basically either going to be ammo for him, which 250 is overkill in 9, or you're going to have 200 rupees to give to Zelda at the end of the game, which is just a waste. So I like it. Yeah,
and it's one of those things where Fred, he just found level 6 at the right time. Didn't need to buy the hints, and I mean, without those hints, Random could be all over the place at this point. But I don't know, it's just crazy. Running into the right spot, having the money left over to pick up the blue ring is very nice.
So don't look now. Random's got his 5th Triforce. He's got to go over and grab those. No, he's already grabbed the silvers there. So he's taking in any road. He's going to get over into 9 probably, 30 seconds after Fred is? 45 seconds? This is going to be a very, very close entry into 9. And whoever routes 9 quicker is going to take this race.
Yep, we'd have it no other way. Fred looking for some hearts, it looks like, but unfortunately not getting the drop.
All right, Random getting the last piece he needs. There's the bow. This is going to be very, very quick, guys. Very, very close, I mean.
Yeah, and again, we were talking about at the beginning of this. There's nothing else that you would expect from these two runners. They're both incredibly good at the game, very good at routing, very good at combat. And it has been kind of handed to them a little bit, too, just because they've been given just about everything. The ladder was in a little bit of a difficult spot, but, man, it's been crazy. But with the key, you had a ladder in 2 rooms, which is kind of ridiculous to think about. So, crazy.
So check this. That wand play was actually very good by Fred, because what are we seeing here? We're seeing some Gorillaz. So this is perfect for the wand white sword combination. It's just like he has a magical sword going into here.
Yeah. So for sure, going to be able to clear these rooms much, much faster, which is a huge advantage. And like you were talking about before, Patras are a big thing too. But even more so, the blue ring versus Gorillaz any day of the week. Because I don't know about you, RBG.
Dude, I told you, I hate Gorillaz.
I hate Gorillaz.
I hate them. Gorillaz are the only thing that kept me from beating you.
Well, that and you couldn't find the silvers.
Yeah, but, they're just south of those Gorillaz. So come on.
Yeah, at Gorillaz, I mean, I'd take anything over Gorillaz, just because they hit you nonstop. It's just a pain in the butt, and then they never drop anything when you need them to, and so you just die.
Yeah, the problem with Gorillaz is that they're programmed to turn and throw right when you're going past. They see you as you're walking past. So you can't wait for that. I mean, you can sit there and wait and take 10, 15 seconds per room and find the exact right way. But you can't do that when you're racing Random. You can't do that when you're racing Fred. So you're flying through these rooms, taking a half-hearted damage without the blue ring every single time, and it's tough.
Yeah, level 7 is actually the Hylian Sniper Academy. And,
yeah, that level in low percent damage list is not fun.
I mean, if you've played one hit KO too, like there is no enemy more deadly or frustrating than a gorilla. Everything else you can work around. A gorilla, nope, doesn't matter. You could be standing at the door and they're still gonna snipe you.
That's exactly right. Random finding a hint from the old man, but unfortunately, it's the one hint that he does not want in this game, which is where the silvers are, which he knew from 30 seconds into this.
Thanks, buddy.
You can see the efficiency of both runners on display here. I mean, these guys are absolutely just devouring this 9, and they're flying through it. Fred in the northwest. Random's already been to the north. He's up 8. Now he's taking a different path. Just the elite level these guys play at is on display right here.
We heard Ganon, but he couldn't get to him. these walls are just not bombing at all. So it looks like we have like a magical staircase situation, and I think we'll see Fred take the one here.
Yeah, magic stair from the other side. And it's good knowing that because you're going to take more stairs instead of just try to beat your head against a wall. So having that info is going to be great. And is that Zelda? Nope. Okay, we got some wall masters here.
Gonna try to go around this direction. Good call.
The he's right there in that friendly room with bombs, all seed. Bombs and keys both.
Okay, so we can bomb. This is north of Ganon.
There's another bomb pickup too if he needs to leave here, and there's one door east of Ganon, so he's going to check that first, but knowing that bomb package is up there is going to be important as well. Fred first into Ganon at 4350.
And with 6 hearts, blue ring, white sword, he should be in pretty good shape. Man, what a flying seed this is. Nice stun lock.
Yeah, great stun lock. He had 8 hits there with the white sword, knocked him out, found Ganon, picked the right quadrant that he was going to go to, side he was going to go to, and he's now just looking for the girl.
Ganon down, or Zelda down, I guess, in
Zelda
this case.
Big now, I guess. Hey, these sprites.
So the question is, I mean, Random is super close, too.
He's going to find him very quickly, and his coverage is just as good and extensive as Fred's is, so Fred's got to... He's got to put his foot to the pedal of the metal right here and find her.
I mean, Random just needs to go up and bomb, I think. Wait, no, he's in the wrong column. I'm sorry.
Fred's
He's one column away.
There, he saw that single shutter, and he was like, oh, man, because we walked towards it.
Yeah, you always do, and then you're like, oh, man, you got to kid me right now.
Come on, man.
Well, Random's now on the other column away from him. If he goes north, he might be able to get there. There is the door available to get to him from that direction. Unfortunately, he does have to take it slow around these Patra just because they do a lot of damage to him. He's going to check this for Zelda's room as well.
Fred's really curious about this right side, so I'm not sure what else he's seen over here or what his map coverage has been, but he's been in this northeast just kind of really, really digging and searching it.
Well, it's just one of those things where you don't want to leave those 2 rooms in the north, but it's just not letting him get there.
Yeah, that's almost one of those stairs too.
And Random is so close to Ganon.
And he can't get in, just like Fred. Exact same pathing almost.
Yeah, you just got to go over and up, and he'll be there. Over, up, and down. So this is crazy. Like, this is anybody's game. Oh my gosh, in the red ring.
Do you grab that? I mean, he wasn't having any problem throughout 9. I mean, do you take the 15, 20 seconds to grab that?
No.
I don't know if I do.
I don't. Not against Random.
I mean, it's instinct, right? To go grab, it's the red ring. That's one item that you do not leave on the ground. But after you've killed Ganon, I think I leave that.
Yeah, I mean, I fully agree. Every second counts.
Oh my God, he was there. So
he
that
was
might
going
be a stair,
to the right
so I think
place.
He wants to keep exploring. He needs a stair to get there.
Man, the instincts of Fred paying off.
Yeah, there's some seeds, right? And you know this. You just feel like they're in a certain place, and you're right. You know, the majority of the time, he had an idea that she was going to be up there in that northeast and dug as much as he could. Just couldn't find her.
Yeah, you can't bomb that. Well, he might be able to bomb here as Random does down Ganon. Oh, he can bomb that way. There it is.
Oh, there it is. There's the door. It's in the dark, guys, but there's the door to the south. He's going to get this.
Gosh, what a seed. And Random is so close.
Holy cow.
Like, he's so close.
Yeah, this is a bomb situation down east, and he's going to go down first, which is, we know it's going to take him away from her, but man.
Wow. Fred with an official time of 47:11. Wow.
Yeah, we knew this was going to be like this from the very beginning. I mean, we kind of circled this one on the calendar and said, hey, we want to see this race. These guys did not disappoint. What a race by Random and Fred.
I think Random also got the hint that she's in the northeast. Or maybe he didn't. I don't know, but he is frantically searching the northeast just as Fred did. Again, it's one of those instinct things, right? It's crazy.
Yeah, no reason to leave if you see a door right here, even though that Patra's going to take time to kill. Now, if he leaves here, it's going to be a long time before he gets back to that spot. And the bummer thing is, right, you see a shutter that didn't open, so you're like, oh, there's no reason for it to be up here. Let's go somewhere else. And unfortunately, it's like a double shutter situation.
Yeah, and he had the bomb hole to go north of that Patra room, which, again, it's one of those decision makers, but leaving 3 rooms up there is something that really bothers me. Just because if I can get to them, I want to cross them off the map, because now it's the far northeast and the far southwest. So you're complete 2 opposite ends of the map that you've got to check. And man, these bomb walls just not cooperating at all here.
I think we are fortunate enough to have Fred join us here for the post-game interview. Fred, sir, well played, GG's.
Nice barrier drop there for Random. He's in the right area. He's just got to get to that north. Man, just, again, a bomb wall. One of those really crazy deals as far as how to get to Zelda. And, man, just down to 1 key and 1 bomb. That's a rough spot to be in, too. He's in the right column. If he can continue to go north, which he can. Oh, no!
Oh, it's 1 more. No. The room above is where she is. So yes. It was just that 1 room that takes you in there. So it wasn't a bomb situation anyway.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to the doors. That's crazy. That is like one of the most troll Zelda, like magical staircases are one thing, but when it's like a bomb wall into a bomb wall in a far corner, that just is terrible.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing it tells Random is that those 2 rooms over there are only accessed north of that Patra if he's still thinking about it, and it wasn't a key, so he might take him back up there a little quicker than it would have been, but man, yeah, that's such a bummer to see. And I mean, 9 times out of 10, leaving that northeast is going to pay off, but like you said, you just don't want to leave those 2 rooms, and that's unfortunately going to bite him here.
Well, he doesn't even have to go through the Patra room. He had the bomb available to go to the room north of the Patra already. He just didn't go back that direction. You could bypass that Patra entirely.
Well, there's a key for him, so that might even keep him in the southwest a little longer as well.
Man, level 9s, man, they're crazy.
Level 9 is insane, but again, I mean, this is just part of the game, routing level 9, and this could have gone either way, could have broke either way. I mean, both these runners put themselves in position to win this race. Fred pulled this one out, but I mean, you put these guys in level 9s walking in 30 seconds apart like these guys were, and each of them wins 5. I mean, they're both very, very good runners.
And he's in the right spot, but he doesn't have a bomb to go right. That's where he needs to be. That's so unfortunate.
He knows too. Like his spidey senses are going off that, man, there's something over there and I can't get to it.
Well, this is the downside of the Gorilla set, right? The only things that drop bombs are the red Gorilla.
Yeah, you're not getting them anywhere else unless it's a room drop or something like you said. The red Gorilla, the only thing. Give us another shot, Fred. I think we fixed that. GG, sir.
He's speechless.
Just treat me like my wife does here.
Let's try that now.
We have a winner.
Apparently, I had both in Discord and the microphone on mute. My apologies.
That's how much you care about us, man. I see.
I don't want to mess up the perfect commentary. I'm listening to all the awesome strategery discussions here, and it's absolutely great to listen to. Those of you guys out there, make sure you follow these commentators, because these 2 are 2 of the top guys on this entire game, so they are awesome.
Nice kinetic key there by RandomEffekt to get through that door. And it does get a bomb drop, so we'll see if maybe... Oh, and he gets a key drop even as well. So he's probably going to clear this entire southwest. And then... Actually, he can't bomb here. I think this is a block. So maybe he'll head back to the northeast and find Princess Zelda. But congratulations, Fred. What a race.
Yeah, that was a close one. A little scary. No, well, a lot scary.
Yeah, you were about, after you grabbed the wand and did the defensive upgrade by grabbing the blue ring into 9, Random still had a couple Triforces, and he was able to grab those very quickly and kind of close the gap while you were doing those things. But I think, given the situation, I mean, it was a wise play. You had a Gorilla set where the wand helped. I mean, it helps Patras too, and we commended you for that move.
And he gets the hint, and he's got to be like, inside I'm raging so hard right now because he was there and he just didn't have a bomb.
So yeah, take us back through your mindset there. I mean, you getting ready to go into 9. You've got a wand that's pretty free in 2. It's like 3 rooms in, like you saw, and then you had the money for the blue ring. Why'd you make those decisions?
Well, I'd already had again, I had to go back over there anyway because I don't know whether or not the bow was a 5 or 6, but the Lionel decided for me that I wasn't going over there right away, which scared me a bit. And then I got the recorder, which is I think still my favorite item in this, pretty much in this randomizer. And so that told me, okay, don't even worry about it. Just try to clear the other levels, get through. And then once I got the ladder, so I knew at that point we were in blitzing situation. It was just a case of I had to get everything. And I said, you know what? If it's Wizrobes in 9, I don't have a potion right now. I have 6 hearts. It's going to probably be quickest since I knew exactly where the blue ring shop was, or 2 of them were, to just go grab that because I had a ton of money and I was only spending it probably on silver arrows at that point. And the wand, since I was already over there getting the sword, was going to be good. It was going to help me on anything except for Wizrobes. If it happened to be Wizrobes in 9, then there would have been other stuff probably to shoot.
Yeah, I think we kind of echoed your thoughts there in the thought process of going through and grabbing it, and you probably gained more time by having that defense and offense to be able to just fly through the rooms a little quicker. So I think it negated the time it took to go get those things. So I think it was just a very heads-up move that everyone was thinking, go mode, go get the bow and go. And you're sitting here thinking, okay, let's plan for 9 and let's prep for 9. That makes you the world-class player that you are.
Well, Random is an incredibly, and that's an understatement, tough opponent to have to play against in any of these situations. You know, he is incredibly good at this game, can handle almost any flag set, and you know, I know that if I'm going to go in there, I can't be making mistakes, and anything I can do to try to upgrade the offense a bit to try to minimize, you know, the potential of any deaths, that's what I was going to have to do to have any chance there.
So let's talk a little bit about and sorry, Agent, the flag set here. I mean, we changed the flag set for this tournament, and you've got a couple things that you've added to the randomizer that we've been able to show off. Namely, you know, in the important items in 9, which has always been there, but, you know, having the book be something that's going to uncover what the old men are saying and those things from a person who developed this, from the creator's standpoint, watching these flags play out and over these past 5 weeks, how do you think they've done? Like, how are these flags handling up and holding up to what you initially thought in your mind when you were creating them?
I mean, honestly, the creation of that flag was a lark, essentially, back in the day. It was truly just a case of someone saying, oh, what if? And I think they were actually, whoever it was, I may have talked with Krim at one point, may have talked with someone else, and it was just a case of, oh, okay. Well, and I changed the idea a little bit and said, okay, that's a better idea there to be able to do that. And, you know, this one developed, and it's been really nice because it leads to a balance about the book. You know, normally it's just skip the book, or if you're playing the boomstick variant, get the book. And there's never been a case of, well, do I really want the book? You know, especially in an early scenario, and that was what was really hoping for with the Atlas thing, and not the Atlas, the translation. And I think it's worked out really nicely with seeing everyone have to make these decisions, especially having the important items in 9 as well, because that's been really, really good.
Yeah, it's led to a lot of really cool decision making, and we even saw it here in this race to where RandomEffekt, and I think the first level you guys found early on, I think it was 6 or 7, I'm not sure what it was, but there was a bomb upgrade that Random had, you know, the money for it. He had $100, and the bomb upgrade was like 83 or something like that, if I remember right. And it was one of those things where he had seen hints and you guys already had the book, and he's like, okay, normally that's just a no-brainer. But now, with the book and it turns those hints on, do I do that? And he chose not to. So it's kind of like one of those things that it made that dynamic come into play as well.
Yeah, we do see RandomEffekt finish here with a time of 57:07. So good game to him. My question to you, Fred, is, and we were discussing this, RandomEffekt had 1 bomb when he ran into that. You had 0 bombs. If you had 83 rupees, would you have made the bomb purchase specifically to check the grave bomb spot?
Yeah, if I'd had the money there, yeah, that thought had definitely come into my mind. You know, the area over near the bomb upgrade. You know, I wanted to be able to check all that bombs as it was, and that's why when I got, did I get the bomb? I got the bomb in 2, I think. I don't remember exactly where it was. I got all the stuff, but yeah, basically I was constantly terrified of leaving those stuff behind. I didn't like leaving the spot in the southwest corner behind, and it was just really risky there in terms of what I was going to do to try to get there. But then I was able to get that bomb drop and went back, and oh look, that's the white sword item. If I missed that one spot, that probably would have been haunting me for a while, because I probably would have cleared all of Death Mountain before going back down there just for one spot.
For sure. And welcome to RandomEffekt. Good game, sir.
Hey, thanks. GG, Fred.
You too, sir.
I had the pig down before you done, at least. That was good.
This was an incredibly close race by both of you guys. It was one of those, you guys were walking in a 9. Fred probably beat you in a 9 by like a minute, maybe, you know, less than a minute, that type of thing. Exploration in a 9 was such that anybody could have finished this at any time. I mean, you guys both were in there together. You both were trying to hunt down the pig. Fred got him down by probably about a minute and a half before you did, maybe less than that also. It was just one of those things, like you said, you were one room away with that bomb hole, and that was just the difference.
Well, you were just talking about Death Mountain, so I'm assuming you did not find level 8.
No, never found 5 or 8.
All right. Man, the power bracelet, baby.
Right?
Anyway, level 5 was under the power bracelet in the forest.
Oh, damn.
And that was probably the difference maker, actually, because I dipped into level 5 before I had a ladder. And I don't know if it was completely ladder blocked, but I just assumed it was. I could have maybe gone a staircase around, but at that point, I had already done so much of level 5 that I just decided to leave. I knew the ladder wasn't in there, which was probably a dumb move to go in there. My plan was, let's just go in and pick up level 5 Triforce because I'm right here, knowing that the ladder was not in there from some hints. And I think I was ladder blocked, or at least I assumed I was ladder blocked, and I probably spent too much time in that dungeon.
Yeah. Another interesting thing that happened was you had just bought the hints after level 5 random, which gave you the information that Goma had the ladder. So you knew exactly where to go. Fred had skipped that power bracelet spot early on and did not know level 6 was there, but had just been in level 3 and opted to go to 6. And you guys found the ladder almost simultaneously and found the Triforce nearly simultaneously. It was pretty cool. But Fred never bought hints and still managed to run into that ladder. It is just one of those interesting things that even if you hadn't gotten the hint, I think you might have gone to 6 anyway, but you know, you could have gone somewhere else and it could have cost you a lot more time.
Yeah, I was, I mean, the hints were just free. So, I don't know what I would have done. Cause I don't know if I would have wanted to go searching for level 8 or just go into something like 6. And I like 3 was ladder blocked. And 5 was, I'm assuming, ladder blocked. At least there was an easy path to the Triforce with the ladder. Yeah, it was just, I think too much time in 5 and 3 really cost me. I spent too much time in there.
I spent a lot of time in 3 too. I did a few different deaths there, I want to say, in various permutations before things just got ugly and I got fed up and I said, I'll come back later on, and got lucky then to get the ladder nearby and said, okay, now let me go back and finish this now that I have that ladder. But yeah, that 3 was just ugly was a nice understatement for that one.
Yeah, those shoot rooms were very well placed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that was pretty much the big difference maker was 5 and 3. I can't really fault my play. I found the bow in level 2 very early. Like after I got my sword, I basically went up there, and the level 2's item being ladder blocked wasn't great. I kind of wanted that.
Oh yeah.
A lot of ladder blocks, and I just didn't get the ladder in quick enough time, I think, before all the blocks. And then level 9, which I scurried around level 9 a little bit. The reason I asked about level 8 because the Any key was in level 8, and I knew that from a hint. I knew it was on Death Mountain from a hint, but I had like 4 keys, but I had just entered level 9 and I didn't want to use my 1 key. And that was the only path you could go, was up, up, and right. No other path worked in level 9 at the beginning. So I was reluctant to use that key, and unfortunately just visited like a bunch of rooms and tried to bomb everywhere. And that probably cost me at least a minute right there.
Yeah. I was gonna say I went that way just because I either had 6 or 7. I think when I entered 9, I had a couple of extra keys just from whatever exploration I'd done there. And yeah, when I got up there and the bombs weren't working, I said I just gotta keep moving. And I was like, I'll hope this is enough keys because I was afraid of something like that happening, and I got lucky in that scenario.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure exactly. I can't remember if I was low on bombs when I entered the bomb room for Zelda or not, or if I just saw, well, there's a room below me, so I might as well just go here, and I just couldn't get across, and it just happened to be those 2 rooms right there that you needed to do in the upper right. That was a bit unfortunate. I probably cleared at least 3/4 of level 9, I'd say.
Yeah, I got lucky. I took the staircase there south of that Patra, and that took me to the area of the level, which of course had the red ring in it, but was right south of the old man who told you where Zelda was. And so I was then just immediately backtracked over there. I had 2 bombs at that point, so I bombed into that corner, hoping it was going to be in that area, and then there she was.
Did you grab the red ring before Ganon or after, or you saw it after? Okay.
I actually grabbed it just didn't want to get deep into the level and then suddenly have some enemies snipe me and kill me, even though I was already on blue ring. But I just grabbed it and said, yeah, let's just go with it.
Do we know the other item in 9?
I didn't see it.
I don't. It was either the boomerang or
Recorder.
raft.
Recorder
was
raft,
level
no, it was
1.
raft or boomerang.
Oh,
the other was
okay.
in 7.
Yeah, I never saw second item in 1 level. I never saw level 4, never saw level 8, never saw the item in level 7. So, and I never found either item in level 9. I thought I was doing okay. It was just more of a time waste in a few places, but otherwise it went pretty smoothly.
Yeah, it sounds like we were pretty close looking at like some of the timestamps there. So just came down to turns in 9 there, I think.
Yeah.
It's worth a watch back. It was a good race.
I think you both read the seed correctly, like you were analyzing random. It was just like you said, a couple up A's and 5 too many, that type of thing, and levels that were blocked. That was the difference, because once you guys kind of knew how to put it together, you guys were both flying. I mean, you were matching each other level for level, but the time sync in those in 3 and 5 and that type of thing, where Fred was making a little more progress where he was the difference, because it wasn't in 9 and it wasn't early game. It was kind of that middle area.
Yeah, I'd say it was a bit too serendipitous for me that I got the hints for level 5 right next to level 5, and that's what made me go in. If level 5 would have been somewhere else, I probably wouldn't have dipped into 9. But like in my head, I was just like, let's just go in and get a quick Triforce. I don't need the item. Let's just go get a quick Triforce, and then that ended up wasting like 3 minutes or more. It just that was probably the worst. The decision that I probably should have not done. I know I needed the ladder. I should have gone looking for the ladder, not gone into 5.
Well, I think hindsight's 2022, because at the time you had 1 Triforce. So if you do find a quick floor Triforce or something, that's 2. You grab the ladder. Now all of a sudden you're rolling. You only need a couple more. So
yeah,
I wouldn't fault that initial decision to go in. It was just unfortunate the way 5 laid out.
And that the hint for the ladder was right next door.
True. Right. Right. We both are bracket bound. Random 3 and 2, and Fred going 4 and 1. So we're getting ready to jump it up a level on what we're going to see. Thoughts going forward, guys?
Bring it on, baby.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing the level of competition here. All these names that have come through are all insanely scary good names, at this point anyway. And no matter what, the bracket's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be a lot of fun to see what's happening, and hoping to see everyone have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, I think with these flags, it's going to be a lot of fireworks in the brackets. I either think it's going to be like, I feel like most races are going to be really close or just kind of blowouts with the way things are going to work. You're either going to get the kind of everybody makes the sort of the same decision and goes into 9 and does their thing, or oops, this person dug level 7 and got the bow, so they win, kind of thing.
And Redbird and I were talking about this a little bit before, because he was actually playing a bracket flag, and we kind of agreed. I think the biggest change is that Second Quest Overworld's now in, which makes Recorder and Power Bracelet extremely valuable, and it actually increases the odds that an important item in 9 could lead to something like the bow or the silvers outside of 9 because of those blocks.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this was incredibly fun for us to call and a lot of fun to watch. You guys are, like we said at the beginning, at the top of the game and two of the best. So it was a pleasure on my behalf to watch you guys run the race.
Aw.
Tear.
Sadness.
My baby boy's all grown up.
I'm trying to grow up, man. I'm trying to learn this stuff.
If it makes you feel better, RBG still couldn't find the silvers.
Shut up. All right, look, we need to talk about this.
Yeah, thanks for the restream and the comm, guys. I'm sure it was great.
Yeah, you should listen. You should watch it back just because it was a good race to watch. There were a ton of good races tonight. We had the other 4-0 matchup, a couple of 2-2s that were really good. So be sure to go check those out.
Absolutely follow. Again, there's lots more randomizer action coming up here. We got the rest of the final round of Swiss coming in the next week. So there's still a bunch of matches, including a number of 2-2 matches. And you need to have 3 wins to get into the brackets. So those matches will decide who gets into the brackets, exactly how many people get in there, and shape everything up for the upcoming rounds. Make sure to check those out. Definitely make sure to follow the commentators here, because RBG and HN gave a fantastic knowledge of the game. Hopefully you've been enjoying that. So make sure to give them a follow as well. Give tracking a follow as well. Of course, I didn't catch who was actually tracking tonight.
Solid Wife.
Solid Wife. Definitely give her a follow as well. And thanks again to Math Girl for the restream and everyone else who's been involved with this. So again, thank you guys so much.
I'm going to shut up and let Fred commentate. That was beautiful. Thank you, sir.
I say with that, good night.
I know, right? We're just done. That's